Good afternoon นะครับ everyone. So today we are going to continue talking about the e-business model นะครับ that we have to know นะครับ as a basic one so that when you have to design your own e-commerce platform นะครับ and design your business to match with that platform นะครับ you have to just like think about the model first. Okay. This one actually it's like similar to the one that we have got in the business model for the conventional kind of businesses นะครับ Okay, now let me just like share my screen นะครับ everyone. So on the last class we talked about the 8 key elements of business model นะครับ that are value proposition, revenue model, market opportunities, competitive environment, competitive advantage, market strategy, organizational development, and management team นะครับ on the last class we finished at some part of the revenue model นะครับ for the value proposition. It is the way that we have to trade off between benefits and cost. And then you have to answer to the question that why should the customer buy the products or services from you? And I gave you the example of the successful of the e-commerce value proposition. After we talk about the value proposition or think about or formulate the value proposition of your business already, the next thing that we have to think about and design and plan before you really develop the e-commerce platform is about the revenue model นะครับ For the revenue model actually it is the way that you have to design and think that how will you earn the money, how will you earn the money นะครับ How the firm will earn revenue, produce profits and produce a superior return on invested capital นะครับ sometimes นะครับ in some e-businesses if you're talking about e-businesses only นะครับ not e-commerce that is not about the commercial related ones. For example, if you have to design some governmental e-business website for providing the service to the citizen นะครับ For example, taxation office. In the past, you have to know that, okay, all of the people who earn the money นะครับ in as I mean now let me just like talk about Thailand. Okay, in Thailand นะครับ everyone who get the money นะครับ from whatever channels like your salary นะครับ your interest นะครับ or even though if you say that you just like buy a lottery and you win a lottery you have to pay the tax to the government. One way นะครับ that the government will just like be able to track how much you earn นะครับ how much you pay the tax is that you have to issue a document, you have to submit the document to the taxation office. In the past, I remember that when the first year that I start working นะครับ at that time I had to just like prepare the documents that my employer gave to me นะครับ normally you will receive it when you start working with like let's say if you work with a company นะครับ or if you own a company you also have to prepare this document and give it to your employees as well นะครับ it's the what to say it's the document that tell the government that and tell the recipients of that amount of money that okay how much money นะครับ does he or she received, how much that you just like deduct for the tax. For example นะครับ normally if you just like what to say write a program or develop a software for some company, let's say they said that they give you 100 baht นะครับ for that software. So normally they will have to deduct the tax for 3% from you นะครับ This is in Thailand นะครับ they deduct 3% from you. That means you will receive 97 baht only นะครับ another 3 baht they will just like state in the document that okay, they hire you 100 baht, they deduct the withholding tax 3% นะครับ or 3 baht, so you receive the money 97 baht. What will happen after that ครับ that the company นะครับ has to bring that 3 baht that they deduct from you sent to the government นะครับ sent to the taxation office, and they have the document to control that amount of money too for you, as you are the recipients of the money นะครับ and also that document at the end of the period that taxation office specify นะครับ normally around end of March of each year you have to submit those documents นะครับ along with just like all the records of the money that you receive. For example, they may say that if you are a full-time employee of somewhere นะครับ the company will also prepare the document like this one นะครับ like the one that they deduct how much amount of money for the taxation, and then how much do you receive for the whole year, what are the attached document นะครับ you have to just like attach this document together with a form to the taxation office. I remember that on the first 1 or 2 years that I went to work นะครับ after I finished my bachelor degree I had to go to the taxation office, and there were a lot of people because at that time due to the lack of the internet in like public, and also taxation office didn't have any website to be the e-government or e-taxation office. Everybody had to go to the taxation office, and sometimes you may have to wait for a couple of hours before you can submit that document to the officer นะครับ and officers, taxation officers cannot do anything, just wait for the form from the citizen นะครับ so it wastes a lot of time. So right now you can see that we don't need to go to the taxation office anymore if you would like to just like deliver those document นะครับ okay, for example the form that they have, you just fill up นะครับ the online form straight away, you just submit. If you have some documents that you would like to submit, for example you have the tax deduction form that you have got that your employer gave it to you, you can just take a photo นะครับ and then just attach in the form in the submission of that form. You can see that this one, it is not about the money that taxation office will receive. By the way นะครับ it helps you a lot นะครับ in order to just like finish your part of work or documents that you have to submit to the government. This is the profits นะครับ that has been produced, not the money นะครับ it's a benefit, sorry, in this one. But in terms of the e-commerce, we normally think about the money, about the capital, about the profits, about the revenue นะครับ then we have to think about the type of the major revenue model in e-commerce. These are just like major revenue models in e-commerce นะครับ that you have to know. In the future, if you have to think about the new types or new revenue model, that's fine too นะครับ the first one, advertising revenue model. Next is affiliate revenue model. Next is transaction fee revenue model, sales revenue model, and subscription revenue model. Now let's see นะครับ we talk about the advertising revenue model. It is the way that you get the money นะครับ from other people when they advertise with you นะครับ for example if we are talking about yahoo.com, olx.com, or in Thailand right now olx changed the name to be kaidi.com, msn.com, and so on นะครับ they get the money นะครับ not from the people who use their websites, but they earn the money from the advertisers who would like to advertise with their websites นะครับ they earn the revenue in here. The next one นะครับ you can see that when we talk about the advertising revenue model, the next one is affiliate revenue model. The affiliate revenue model here, you get the money นะครับ when you refer นะครับ a website to you in your website, sorry, in your who is coming, sorry, when someone นะครับ when the users have been using your website and then what to say you refer นะครับ to another website. For example, if you are reviewing some gadgets and if your users นะครับ or the visitors to your website feel interested in that gadget and would like to buy, you may have a link for them. If the customer or if your audience just click on that link to go and buy that gadget, you get the money นะครับ from this referral นะครับ by the way, this kind of the affiliate revenue model here, it also depends on the group of people as well. For example, if you say that you are the reviewer of gadgets, if I am not interested in gadgets at all, I don't go to your website, you never get any money from me for sure. So that's why this one, you have to think that, okay, if you have to design the affiliate revenue model, one thing is that you have to just like be popular นะครับ if you are popular ครับ and you are the influencer on the internet, you have the possibility in order to let your audience to buy the products or services from your like what to say referral นะครับ by the way, if you say that I am not the influencer, I'm not popular, then you can make yourself to become popular ครับ there are so many ways to do that, don't worry นะครับ okay. By the way นะครับ for affiliate revenue models, normally the website นะครับ or that e-commerce needs to have the relationships นะครับ with the company นะครับ or the website that sell the products or services as well. For example, if you say that you would like your customer นะครับ or your audience, sorry, not your customer, your audience to just like buy a gadget from lazada.com, then you have to talk to Lazada first that, okay, if I can send my audience to buy a product from you, how many percent นะครับ of the sales you give it to me as a commission, or how much do you just like state for the transaction, each transaction for me to receive the money from you นะครับ Affiliate marketing is a type of performance-based marketing in which a business rewards one or more affiliates for each visitor or customer brought by the affiliate's own marketing efforts นะครับ These are just like the major idea how affiliate revenue receive or earn the money นะครับ After that, when we just like talk about the affiliate revenue model already นะครับ this is just like the diagram that I showed you in the last class, how does affiliate revenue model earns the money. The next one that you have to know is the subscription revenue model. Subscription menu model นะครับ in this one it's just like become popular more and more นะครับ for example, when you have to just like run a business นะครับ and you would like the customers or audience นะครับ to pay the money for you to you, okay. Normally we just like usually find the subscription revenue model for the business that just like have the contents and they would like their customer or their audience นะครับ to subscribe to get the updated contents that you have นะครับ in this one, okay, let me just like talk about it first, the description of this model. Subscription business model is a business model where a customer must pay a subscription price นะครับ to have access to the products or service. The model was pioneered by magazines and newspaper. By the way นะครับ right now you can see that for the magazines or newspaper นะครับ they are less and less popular นะครับ but we have like some more subscription business models that are like popular right now. Okay, so everyone, I want you to help me นะครับ by telling me นะครับ not telling me, telling your classmates in the chat box, give me one example of subscription revenue model that is popular that you know ครับ type it. If you type first นะครับ it is easy, but if you type later, it's slower. James is so quick ครับ Netflix รินรดีครับ please propose another one ครับ Netflix is used by somebody else already. Justiano said Discord Nitro ครับ what about the rest of you ครับ Twitch subs okay Adobe Photoshop YouTube Premium Disney Plus กรมัตครับ could you please share your idea ครับ why Adobe Photoshop is a subscription revenue model PS Plus HBO Max Disney Plus Spotify Premium Apple Music Amazon Prime iCloud okay Karamat said that you subscribe for continuous delivery of software update and usage license okay that's good idea ครับ that means okay apart from the content like movies or music software is a kind of services นะครับ or the product that you can just like set up as the subscription revenue model as well นะครับ Juke Music Apple TV newspaper articles OnlyFans ธนวินครับเบียร์ครับ what is OnlyFans about ครับ I don't know what it is can you please explain
it's like a platform that one like influencer or model that like only allow a specific group of people to watch their videos like for fan only for like for VIP only that you have to buy the subscription to watch their videos.
Now I'm just wondering ครับ it's not about a technical question นะครับ but I'm just like wondering why if you say that they would like to show their videos why don't they use YouTube why OnlyFans ครับ
for VIP it's like the content is it's not like not public sometimes they want it in a private group.
I'm sorry ครับ I couldn't hear you clearly there are some noises behind you can you say again
yes it's like there's specific content that they want only a specific group of people to watch that.
So if it's specific content I'm just wondering why don't they just put it in the platform like the group in Facebook and that is the only group that allow you just like specific people to join why OnlyFans are there any special kind of contents
yeah sometimes it can be adult videos or anything like politics secret on the I just can be anything.
Okay I see all right okay thank you ครับ so that is the specific group of people right so for because I'm not quite familiar with this one I'm just wondering like for the OnlyFans if you pay to OnlyFans you can access to every publishers on OnlyFans or they have just like specific videos that you can see only ครับ เบียร์ครับเบียร์
What was the question again?
My question is that when you subscribe to OnlyFans you can see you can watch every video on OnlyFans or no there are specific account that you have to just pay for that person only.
Yeah there's specific account ครับ like you a way to support a fan to support an artist or an influencer.
And what does OnlyFans get ครับ right now it seems like the influencer get the money right and what does OnlyFans get
I think they get the part of the subscription fee. Pretty similar to YouTube but like it only allow a specific group.
oh okay James said that it's similar to Patreon and Cristiano said that there are tiers okay Cristiano ครับ I'm just wondering there are tiers that means if I pay for the highest tiers I can see everything right okay รัฐนนท์ content what do you mean ครับ do you want to just like clarify some question or some points you answer that content okay Rin Radi sorry Ratanon said that different content from YouTube and Facebook okay ครับ Rinadi said that I think it's like YouTube as well some YouTubers don't let public view specific content unless they pay for it it's interestingนะครับ if you would like to compete between only fans and YouTube I mean in terms of specific group of viewers only can YouTube be competed with the capability of the OnlyFans I don't know because I have never tried on OnlyFans yet then I don't know about like the comparison to YouTube because normally YouTube um, the influencers or the content creators they get the money by number of views right and sometimes you can get the subscription fee from your supporters as well I remember because I mean like in YouTube some of the channels apart from just like the fee subscription the free subscription is the fee base as well if I would like to support I just click pay something like that okay นะครับ okay that's interesting นะครับ there are more newer subscription revenue that you can see nowadays and I'm sure that นะครับ in next year or next couple of years when all of the situation the pandemic situation is better there will be lots of subscription revenue model that happen นะครับ okay in the world too because some of the businesses you can see like that magazines and newspaper they are just like what to say obsolete nowadays I remember that 10 years ago นะครับ when I went to some hotels in Bangkok นะครับ where there are like lots of tourists coming in and there are just like people from European countries and American people นะครับ some of the five-star hotels they have the booth that you can see just like some of the leading newspaper like Herald Tribune or the Sun something like that appear on the screen and if you would like to read that newspaper you just pay for it and then it prints out on just like let's say A3 paper for you but no more because right now you can see that even that kind of booth it's obsolete because people can use their iPad to see that kind of news already and then doesn't matter sometimes it's a subscription based sometimes it's a free service นะครับ depends on that kind of service provider that they provide for us นะครับ okay these are examples นะครับ yahoo.com for the premium services that you can get something like the hotline sorry the hot news you see the breaking news you see the what to say stock market situation นะครับ you see like the situation that is just like the live report from Russia นะครับ and Ukraine something like that WSJ.com premium services consumer reports this one I use many times กับ consumerreports.com in this one that means if there is a product coming out and you think that okay you would like to review that product นะครับ and you want to be just like an institution in order to report นะครับ or to review that product officially you can just like sell the premium services to anyone who are interested in those review as well for example suppose right now there is a CPU นะครับ from Intel นะครับ from Apple นะครับ and from AMD I have review for those three chips and then in terms of qualities or something like that or I have some consumer products for example let's say we talk about hair dryer Like you can see that in when you just like see in the not in TV ads, on many websites, or when you go to the shopping center, you see the hair dryer like Dyson. That is just like a stick one with a hole, and then it is a hair dryer, but it costs a lot of money. Normally, hair dryer we buy one. Hair dryer is around like 1,000 baht or 2,000 baht at most. Not stick your head in really anyway. It's just a hole that blow the wind, the hot wind to you. Yeah, to just dry the hair. But it costs you, let's say, I went to Home Pro, it was around like 12,000 baht. I think, oh, why it's so expensive? It doesn't make my hair grow better than like other hair dryers, or it at most it can just like dry the hair a bit faster than just like typical hair dryer, but it costs a lot of money, something like that. So in the consumer reports, they have just like the review for this kind of product as well. They may compare and separate and then just justify the criteria for justifying the quality of this kind of product, the price, the worth, value of money, something like that. Then these contents are not for free, because they have to buy these products for testing, or they have to just like buy the testing result. I mean, like send the questionnaire to some other consumers who purchase these products before and let them test for this institute. And then this institute has to pay the money to them as well. So that's why this one, they are the subscription. If you just like would like to see any consumer reports that is just like the basic one, you can go to their website and then you can just like see those reviews. But some of the products that are specific, for example, if they say that, okay, if it is free service, it's just like from the comment of users for free, that they didn't pay the money. By the way, if those are the contents that this institute pay the money to their tester, and they have the expert people in order to just like test this product as well. Those contents, that evaluation, you have to pay for it. This is subscription revenue model, and I'm sure that some of you in this room can think of the new subscription revenue model as well. Let's think about like let me give you an example. If we are talking about like wongnai.com, okay, you can see that wongnai.com, firstly, they set up this website in order to let customer who went to some restaurants and try on some restaurants already to post their ideas, to post their review on those restaurants and the products. But actually, right now you can see that the business model has been changed, has been shifted. Instead of having that kind of thing, they also have just like the people who are just like the gourmets, or who are just like the tester who test those kind of products, or they are sales representative to go to the restaurant to sell their products, or sorry, to sell their services to the restaurant. That okay, if the restaurant would like to be a member of Wong Nai, you be able to be promoted in wongnai.com. You can just like have a chance to capture the attraction of your customers on Wong Nai, something like that, but you have to pay for us. This kind of thing, it can be just like adjusted as well when the time goes by. Or some of the group in the last terms for our e-commerce class, they propose a website. I think some of you may have seen it in their presentation on senior project presentation as well. They presented about a website that can let the developers in different countries to promote themselves. And then if you have like some of the businesses that would like to hire some developers or recruiting our developers, they can just subscribe in this website as well. And then when they are matched they can just like have normally I think that team they just like did the manual matching นะครับ by the geographical area something like that and then you can just like get the new staff for your company or you can just ask those developers to develop the website or develop any software for them นะครับ by hiring them something like that นะครับ these are just like one good example that you may be able to do in the near future as well the next one นะครับ okay the next one is the sales revenue model this is the basic kind of business model that most of the people think of sales revenue model is that you get the money from selling the products or services on the internet นะครับ by the way นะครับ sales revenue model on e-commerce we have both wholesalers and retailers of goods in the past นะครับ let me just tell you first this one is the merging between B2B and B2C together in the past when we talk about B2B or business to business a company sell the products or services to another company like a company นะครับ a car manufacturing company they sell the cars to their car distributor that is B2B นะครับ so that means when the car dealer would like to just like order the car they go to their extranet website and then go to order the car from car manufacturing company ครับ by the way this kind of the e-commerce platform cannot be seen by the end consumers like us for example if you want to buy a Toyota Altis a car what to say a white Toyota Yaris 1.8 liter engine let's say automatic transmission you cannot order directly from Toyota Motors company the things that we have to do is that we just go to the car dealer นะครับ Toyota car dealer and tell them that you want one Toyota Corolla Altis in white color 1.8 liters automatic transmission something like that when the time goes by some of the products people want to buy more than one piece or one item นะครับ I don't mean about a car because normally when you buy a car you buy a car from car dealers because they don't the car manufacturer don't want to break or don't want to bypass their car dealers นะครับ they still have that one because it's the network they cannot just like break it up but for you some products you want to buy in lots for example if you want to buy let me just think about smartwatch นะครับ that is not the Apple Watch นะครับ just the regular smartwatch and you say that you want to give to your employees because you say that okay some of the applications need to use the smartwatch to unlock okay and let's say this smartwatch has a feature that you can add some of your small apps in order to help unlocking some login thing for example if we say that okay instead of using the ID card if your employee just wear that smartwatch they can have the face recognition and then they can just like tap in the smartwatch to check in or check out นะครับ clock in or clock out when they come to the office something like that for sure you don't buy one smartwatch you may want to buy 1,000 of them so if you want to buy นะครับ instead of going to buy from the retailers if you go to buy from the big lot from wholesalers you get better deal that's why now you can see wholesalers website that you can buy lots of product นะครับ in the wholesale price for example can somebody tell me have you ever used or have you ever seen the wholesaler websites can some of you type in the chat box for me please wholesaling website ครับ no idea example is yes ธนวัฒน์ that's correct ครับ For James said that it's macro. Macro, actually it is like what to say? It is half, not the real, not the pure wholesaler, because in macro you can buy one piece of item, right? But if it is the wholesaler website, you cannot buy one piece. Or if you buy just one piece, the price is very, very expensive, or they don't sell you. They may say that at least you have to order at least 10 pieces. Bia said that it's 1688.com. Let's see, I haven't heard it before, Bia. Okay, let me see. 1688.com, right? Okay, what is it about? Oh, it's a wholesaler in China, right? Alibaba wholesale, yeah. Okay. Interesting นะครับ for this website. Unfortunately, I have to translate into English first. Okay. นะครับ Some of the products they may allow you to buy at one piece, but the price might be more expensive นะครับ than when you buy from them in just like large number of the products that we have got นะครับ in here. By the way นะครับ by the way for the website, some website or some e-commerce, they also provide wholesaling and retailing of the goods in the same website. It can be distinguished by using like account that you log in. For example, if you say that, okay, you want to sell the wholesale price to this person, once they subscribe, they have to identify themselves that they are the company นะครับ or the business, not an individual person. And they have to prove that every time that they that they purchase a product from you, they always like buy the products in big lot, not just like one piece of item, something like that. For example นะครับ our individual person, when we buy a pen, at most we buy 2 or 3 pens only, at most. But if you buy it as a wholesale, at least one time you buy a tube of 100 pens, like 2 or 3 tubes. That means, okay, they know that, okay, at least you order them a lot. Okay, by the way, there are like lots of kind of wholesalers and retailers of goods นะครับ in the world. So in the future, if you can just like contact the sources นะครับ to produce some goods or services, you can just like do the wholesalers as well นะครับ These are example of the sales revenue model business, sales revenue businesses นะครับ right. Some of the businesses in the past, they didn't have the e-commerce website นะครับ to sell their products at all. For example, which one? Uniqlo. They had the ideas that people should buy from their stores only because people had to try on their suits. They try on their clothes before they make a decision. So you can see that right now it's not true because especially for the pandemic period, people couldn't go to the shopping center นะครับ and because Uniqlo didn't have their websites นะครับ the e-commerce website in many countries at that time, so they lost their sales revenue นะครับ to when compete with like other businesses like H&M, something like that. So you can see that right now Uniqlo provides the channel for the customer to buy the products from the e-commerce website as well นะครับ so as I told you, the business model can be shifted when the time goes by as well, or when you see some situation happen. Next on, apart from the sales revenue, transaction fee revenue model is another major type of the e-business model นะครับ for transaction fee revenue model means that your business execute some transaction to your customer and they pay for you นะครับ when they have to just like do any business transactions. In this one, let's see the definition first. It said that a company receives commissions based on volume for enabling or executing transactions ครับ for the sometimes it might not be the commissions นะครับ it's a transaction fee directly นะครับ for example in this one they said that ebay.com or lex.com elance.com or ubit.com or นะครับ in Thailand one easy example for transaction fee that lots of people use is counterservice.com .co.th, I'm sorry, or what we call counter service. You can see that if you go to the convenience store like 7-Eleven and you say that you would like to pay electricity bill นะครับ you let's say if your electricity bill is 1,000 baht, then when you go to pay your electricity bill at 7-Eleven normally they use the service that is called counter service นะครับ that is another company of 7-Eleven when you just like say that you pay electricity bills they say that okay 1,000 baht ครับ and then transaction fee is 20 baht that means you have to pay 1,020 baht for paying the electricity bills นะครับ so this is transaction fee revenue that they earn now what about e-business or e-commerce for counter service counter service also have the e-commerce นะครับ as well นะครับ because it's not just in the counter in 7-Eleven anymore some of the payments นะครับ some of the e-commerce they don't have their own e-payment system for example นะครับ electricity authority of Thailand electricity they call it as Metropolitan Electricity of Thailand นะครับ when you would like to pay for electricity bills you don't need to go to 7-Eleven but you just like use an application that the MEA I call it as MEA Metropolitan Electricity Authority okay they create it and when you would like to pay the money let me just like show you I'm not sure whether it's still just like be here or not because I just pay the electricity bill let me just like see it oh I paid the bill already sorry no outstanding payment sorry okay when I go to the website นะครับ not website sorry the application of the MEA it asks me that how would I like to pay first I say that oh I want to pay by credit cards so when I choose pay by credit cards it asks me that okay in what channel would you like to pay there are many services including the counter service if I said I choose counter service it said that okay the transaction fee is 5 baht per transaction so I just like click that one let's say if my electricity bill is 1,000 baht then if I use credit card to pay through counter service I have to pay 1,005 baht it will be shown as 1,005 baht in my statement of the credit cards on the next month so in this one what about 5 baht why do I have to pay the transaction of the payment นะครับ through credit card is managed by counter service company they just like be นะครับ a middle person between MEA and the end customer when end customer would like to pay นะครับ the credit cards information will be sent through the counter service นะครับ gateway and then one part is sent to MBA, the other part is sent to the credit card issuer bank นะครับ something like that. So it works similar to just like PayPal, something like that. That PayPal may charge you the transaction fee as well นะครับ This is transaction fee that you may see. In this one, if you are the service provider นะครับ of payment, something like that, you can just have the transaction fee as well. Or if you just run the platform and you would like to be a transaction service provider นะครับ you can do it as well นะครับ let me just give you an example ครับ that nowadays I think some of you in this class may have experience about this ครับ Bia ครับ Bia are you here Bia ธนวินครับ
ครับอาจารย์ครับ
Okay, Thanawin I think Thanawin has the experience in this. I think he may be able to help clarify, explain it to us. Bia ครับ have you ever trade the cryptocurrency in
Yes,
Thailand? Okay, yeah. When you trade the cryptocurrency, which platform do you use to trade ครับ Which websites?
I use Binance ครับ
Binance, okay. So if you say that you want to buy Bitcoin ครับ one Bitcoin, okay, to the Binance website, how much do you have to pay? Let's say if today one Bitcoin is 1 million บาทครับ
if I want to buy one Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to pay 1 million baht.
Okay.
Is that right?
How much? I mean, in total, do you have to pay anything to Binance?
Yeah, actually we have to pay a fee. It's 0.1% ครับ
If you want to sell your Bitcoin, you know that the price is good to sell. Do you have to pay the transaction fee too?
Yes. Also.
Is it same rate?
Yes ครับ
0.1%, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So you can see that Binance that Bia talk about is just like a service provider นะครับ It serves as a company or a platform where you can just like sell or buy the cryptocurrency. By the way, when you use you have to subscribe as the an account with them นะครับ and identify yourself นะครับ and verify yourself before you can start doing buying or selling the cryptocurrency. By the way นะครับ when you just like conduct the transaction of buying or selling those cryptocurrencies, you'll be charged นะครับ for example like Binance charge for 0.1%. Bia, can you please tell us why did you choose Binance ครับ Why not BitCup or whatever other platform?
Because Binance has the lowest fee, the cheapest fee. BitCup charge 0.25%.
Right. And what about Zipmex?
I think it's charged around 0.2.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So you can see that for Bia, he choose Binance นะครับ one reason or one criteria he used to choose Binance is because of the transaction fee that is different. Right? See that in the future, some business play this game with other competitors by having different transaction fee amount or percentage. So that if you want to win the game, if you know that for other things, you cannot just like charge more because the law of the country may have like some limitation. You may use a transaction fee like this as well นะครับ so that your customer can make a decision whether they would like to use your service or not นะครับ Okay, thank you ครับ Bia นะครับ any other people would like to share some ideas? Have you ever got any experience in any business that has a transaction fees? Rinaldi said that it's more international, like Binance, right? Okay. Okay, right. Another example นะครับ that you might not think that it is transaction fee but it is, for example 1112 ครับ if you remember in Thailand 1112 it was the phone number that you used to order what? Pizza. That's right ครับ it's the pizza company, right? But right now they turn themselves นะครับ 1112 from the pizza ordering phone number to be the service that allow you to order some food and beverages นะครับ and desserts from many businesses. They say that okay, they charge you 20 baht as a flat rate if you use that service to order the foods and deliver the food. That one, they try to make themselves as the transaction fee revenue model as well, because they get 20 baht from you whenever you order any product from them, the pizza or Burger Kings or Bonchon chicken, something like that นะครับ apart from just like using I mean, like, because in the past 1112 was the department in the company to just like managing delivery of pizza only, but they think that they should just like gain more money by just like, because they have like all the infrastructure already, they just use this service in order to make other businesses who need to have the network of delivery to just like go and get this one as well นะครับ Okay, right. Apart from that one นะครับ apart from that one, some of the businesses they insert transaction fee revenue model into their business as well นะครับ if you think of a taxi นะครับ services like Grab, you can see that right now นะครับ for Grab, when you have to call a taxi through Grab นะครับ apart from นะครับ the fee that they charge based on the distance, they have the fixed fee that they call it as like the calling fee that you call the taxi. It may be 30 baht or 50 baht on top of the distance fee that you have to pay to that taxi. That means นะครับ let's imagine นะครับ if you are in one village, let's say, and you have to walk to in front of the village gate to call the taxi. You said, oh, I'm so tired, the weather out there is very hot, then I would like to call some taxis in here. So that means, okay, if you use Grab, if you say that, okay, you want to go to uni and the cost normally from your village to uni is around 60 baht, let's say. If you walk to your front of the village gate, you pay 60 baht. But if you call the taxi to pick you up at your home inside the village, you plus another 50 baht. That means you have to pay 110 baht. It depends on you. That means for the transaction fees that Grab charge the customer, it's for the customer who would like to call the taxi and would like to just like have some, what to say, convenience and more comfortable, just sit and wait. But you have to trade off, you have to pay more transaction fee to that taxi calling service นะครับ somebody said that what about just like calling directly to the taxi calling center? For example, if you just have a look นะครับ in Thailand, in Bangkok, let's say, the side of the taxi, they may have the name of the company who runs that taxi business with a phone number นะครับ some of them, if you make a phone call, it's a call center that can just like accommodate picking up the taxi for you as well. Some of the company doesn't charge you นะครับ for the taxi calling fee, while some of the company they say that okay, they charge you the service 30 baht นะครับ to call the taxi and pick you up. If you don't want to pay, you just walk to in front of your village gate and then call the taxi by yourself. But if you just contact us, it's cheaper than Grab, something like that, then you have to trade off นะครับ This is the way in order to just like play with the transaction fee. Okay. All right, everyone, any question about transaction fee revenue model? So if you don't have the question now นะครับ let's move on to another business model. Another thing that you have to know apart from the e-commerce นะครับ business model that we have to know about the major types of business model that we learned already. The next criteria that you have to know is about market opportunity นะครับ when you have to set up your e-commerce, another factor that you have to think about is the market opportunity ครับ For the market opportunity นะครับ What market space do you intend to serve and what is its size? For example นะครับ For example, if you say that okay, you would like to provide a delivery service to what to say, vegan food. Okay, vegan food. What market space do you intend to serve? We say that okay, people in Thailand who are vegan นะครับ and because we just like use all the utensils, all the things that are all vegan, and we don't just like mix up just like the box that you use to serve sorry, to put the to carry the food inside นะครับ to mix up with the one that is non-vegan, something like that. Okay, that is your market space. You intend to serve the people with vegan in Bangkok, let's say. What is the size? Sometimes it's the niche market. You have to also think about this as well นะครับ because it will be the money นะครับ that you will receive. But sometimes if you say that okay, even though the market space is so small, the size is small, but everybody นะครับ are willing to pay that, okay, then it's okay, you are running the niche market นะครับ then this one you have to know your market นะครับ For market space, the term that I use, market space, means area of actual or potential commercial value in which company intends to operate นะครับ that is market space, or in the past we call it as a market. It's the same thing นะครับ okay. Market space consists of multiple segments นะครับ consists on multiple segments, and in this one you have to think of realistic market opportunity นะครับ The realistic market opportunity is defined by revenue potential in each market niche in which company hopes to compete. For example, say that okay, right now there is no one นะครับ who just like concentrate, or sorry, who is just like serve on the vegan food delivery at all, then I think this one will be okay นะครับ You hope to just like win the game because you are pioneer in this นะครับ in this market, something like that. And market opportunity typically divided into small niches. That is what we call market segmentation ครับ that you have to think. So you can see that when you talk about the food delivery for vegan food, that one you segment, your segment is about the food delivery นะครับ and then you have the sub-segment that is vegan food. Some of you may say that okay, apart from the vegan, we also provide the delivery services for halal food as well นะครับ that will not mix up with non-halal food delivery. That means somebody concerned นะครับ for the food delivery, you can see that behind the motorcycle นะครับ for the rider that they deliver the food. Sometimes they mix like the food from different restaurants. Some are halal, some are not, and it might be a problem. Somebody just like are so serious about that one. So นะครับ you just like have a smaller niches that is just like based on just like the delivery for halal only. So you don't mix up the halal food with any other kind of food in the same, just like not trip, the box that you deliver the food. That means for one motorcycle, if it's designed to be used for deliver the halal food, it's just for halal food only. It doesn't mix up with non-halal. Same as the motorcycle นะครับ that this is designed to serve for deliver vegan food. It's just for vegan. It doesn't mix with halal or non-halal นะครับ okay. In this one นะครับ we have to think about the market opportunity. This is the example นะครับ for a software training company. This assume that this company นะครับ create software learning system for sale to corporation on the internet นะครับ They think that okay, the overall size of the computer training market 100% นะครับ it's like this. We say that okay, they separate the instructor-led training นะครับ in the market is $49 billion, while the computer-based training is $21 million นะครับ They say that okay, for small business นะครับ 19 billion นะครับ In terms of just like the blue one นะครับ for small business is $6 billion นะครับ and for this side นะครับ we say that computer-based training $21 billion here. Sorry, it's in the Fortune 100 นะครับ 15 billion. So that means small business and Fortune 500 นะครับ These are computer-based training นะครับ totally in the market 21 billion. And in terms of instructor-led training นะครับ it's for small business 19 billion and Fortune 500 another 30 billion นะครับ so in total นะครับ these two parts they are the instructor-led training นะครับ that is totally $49 billion. So this company นะครับ this software company aim itself for the realistic market. They said that they want to focus on small business computer-based training only. So in this example นะครับ this business say that okay, the realistic market opportunity to start up firm is at small business computer-based training 21 billion นะครับ this slice of cake นะครับ is $6 billion. You would like to compete with other businesses who get the money from these $6 billion ครับ so that means you're gonna focus on this slice of cake only นะครับ you don't mind about small business in instructor-led training, or you are not interested in just like bringing the business to sell the computer-based training to Fortune 500 company นะครับ so that's why you just like point yourself to the realistic market opportunity to start up firm here, $6 billion in here. So that's why we always have to think about the realistic market opportunity นะครับ how do you gonna get the money in what segment of the market. Okay, now let's talk about the next thing. The fourth factor นะครับ is the competitive environment. Apart from you, who else occupies intended market space นะครับ Other companies selling similar products in the same market space นะครับ So if there are some people or some other company นะครับ sell their similar products in the market already, can you enter in that market space or you cannot at all? For example นะครับ for example, if you say that okay, some products that are monopoly in some countries, they have the regulations that you cannot just like go to sell that products or doing that business in the country. So okay, no place in the market space. For example นะครับ let me give you an example in Thailand. You see every month นะครับ people นะครับ many people bought lotteries because they hope to win that lotteries, and the lotteries it is like 6 million baht per one lottery that you may be able to win the first prize. My question is that Can you set up a business to be the lottery issuer or not in Thailand? If you say that, okay, you have money, you get the fund from overseas for $1 trillion, let's say, and you want to set up your lottery business to issue lotteries. Anyone can buy it, and if they win, you give them the first prize for 6.5 or 7 million bahts. You want to compete with the current lottery that they pay the first prize as 6 million bahts. Do you think we can do that or not in Thailand? Can we run a business to issue the lotteries? Can you please type in the chat box for your ideas? James, what do you think? Can we run a business to to issue the lottery? Yes or no? Not like มังกรฟ้าครับ มังกรฟ้า sell the lotteries that is issued by the government ครับ they just be the distributor. Actually มังกรฟ้า is a platform นะครับ they just like let the lottery seller to just like use their platform to sell the lotteries to the people. James said that we need to be registered first. Is there privatized lottery company in Thailand? He said no ครับ Lottery is issued by government only. James said that some sellers who are selling black market lotteries, when you call it as lotteries in Thailand, it's monopoly by the government ครับ If you issue your own lottery and sell to people นะครับ let's say for example I say that okay I have some raffle draws, one ticket I sell you 80 bahts. If you win these raffle draws, you get 7 million. This one, hypothetical if it's legal, right? No,ครับ Rinadi. I'm talking about just like the current situation because I just want to let you know that whether you can sell the similar products or not currently. The answer is no way. If you sell the raffle draws like that, you are doing the gambling in the eyes of the legal in the law in Thailand. This is gambling. So when it becomes a state monopoly, you cannot do the same business to compete with them. Then forget about it. But if you say that, okay, what about mangkornfa.com? In this one, even though they do not compete with the government, but they are still in the problems because they are in the gray area นะครับ somebody accused มังกรฟ้า and said that even though they do not issue the lotteries, but they sell the lotteries overpriced because some of the lotteries, let's say the government said that the retail price is 80 baht, but sometimes if you would like to buy lotteries, I don't know, I used to buy one or maybe two at most. One day I remember that when I went to pray to the monk at one temple, and I thought that it's good day, I would like to buy lotteries. They said that okay, if I want to buy in the same set, Same set means that same numbers for pieces of lotteries. Actually, it's 80 baht per one lottery times 4. That is 320 baht, right? But they charge me 600 baht. And I said that, oh, it's too expensive. So มังกรฟ้า they allow somebody who use their platform in order to sell the lotteries นะครับ for the price the seller can set up by themselves มังกรฟ้า doesn't touch for the price it lets the lottery seller to just like set up their own price to sell. That's why somebody accused and said that this one มังกรฟ้า sell overpriced. But Mangon Fa tried to claim that they don't sell, they are the platform only in order to let their customer that are the lottery seller to set the price by themselves. So this one you have to see when you have to run the e-commerce, check carefully whether it just like go to have some problems or not. Can you sell or can you enter that marketplace or not? Because if you cannot enter, it's useless, even though you can just open your business, but it's useless anyway. By the way, you have to just like see the direct and indirect competitors too. When we talk about direct competitors are the companies who sell the similar products or services in the same market segment. If we talk about the previous slide that we talk about this pie chart in here, any business, if we say that we want to run we say that realistic market opportunity to start up firm in here, we want to run the training business for the computer-based training for small business in here. That means your direct competitors are the company who run the computer-based training software for small business as well. That is your direct competitor. What about indirect competitors? They may be in different industry, but they compete indirectly. For example, if we are talking about the computer training software, they say that, okay, they have running another business that also provide the instructor-led training, but they run their training business for the small business as well. Even they are not direct competitor, they are indirect competitor, because if the small business change their mind, they say that they would like to promote the credential for their business instead of letting their employees to just like use the computer-based training. They let the employees to be trained by the professional as the instructor-led training instead. That one day it will become your direct competitor, something like that. Okay. In this one, example here, automobile manufacturers and airline companies. For example, I said that we would like to just like buy the electric car, electric vehicle, and another one we say that we talking about just like the sport car, that use the petrol engine, not the electric one, do not use the electric motor, but they have just like produced the same horsepower as well, same performance, something like that. Even though one use just like the one use the electricity, the other one use the petrol, but anyway they are indirect competitors. Or somebody talk about the gas stove at home. Another example for the indirect competitor of gas stove is like what? Air fryer ครับ You can see that they come in different forms. You may say that I use them in different intention, but you can see that sometimes you may prefer to use the air fryer than the gas stove. Somebody said that what about microwave oven? That is indirect competitor to gas stove as well นะครับ Okay. Somebody said that no, it's not competitor because you cannot cook the food นะครับ by using microwave oven when you compare with the gas stove. Something like frying fried rice, you cannot use microwave oven. But you can see that there are like more utensils, the microwave utensils, or microwave cookware that try to just like simulate the cooking procedure that you use the gas stove นะครับ for example, in the past when we talk about just like the pressure cooker นะครับ like if you want to make something like the tenderized pork leg, let's say, and you say that you had to use the pressure cooker on gas stove only, and you have to spend around like 1.5 hours to complete that cooking. But right now you can see that in the microwave oven, the problem that we had in the past was that you couldn't have the pressure cooker in microwave oven because you couldn't put any metal utensils inside the microwave oven. But right now, because of the material technology, plastics is durable to pressure, and you can have pressure cooker in microwave oven already, and it saves time a lot. For example, instead of having ขาหมู or pork leg in 1.5 hours on the pressure cooker on gas stove, you spend just 30 minutes only in microwave oven. You can see that from indirect competitor. Right now, microwave oven become direct competitor to gas stove. นะครับ Now let's see. Excuse me. Rinradi said that how is lottery different from winning money, cars, etc. from companies that Willy Wonka lottery product? The what to say, winning monies or cars in Thailand, if it is the raffle draw, they have the law to control ครับ It means that if it is just like the raffle draw that people get that ticket from some other business transaction, for example, buying the products, and they just like use the points in order to redeem the ticket, something like that. That is not counted as gambling ครับ But if it is like you issue the ticket directly and you sell that ticket directly, that is gambling immediately. Why gambling is not allowed นะครับ There are two reasons นะครับ The first one is the gambling itself นะครับ It makes people นะครับ to just like addicted to that kind of gambling, or sometimes they just like steal the money or commit the crime นะครับ to get the money to do that gambling นะครับ That is the first problem. Second one, money laundering ครับ Somebody use the what to say, the crime, the money that they get from the crime, the criminal, the crime, in order to buy the lottery. For example, let's say if you say that some Mr. A นะครับ steal the money from someone 100,000 baht, and they use 100,000 baht to buy your lottery, and they get 7 million baht. So that means that 10,000 baht, 100,000 baht that they steal from someone is just like what to say, dissolved already if they get 7 million baht, because they claim that, oh, I bought that lottery already and I get 7 million baht. So the 7 million baht I get is the clean money I get from buying the lottery from you. That's why this one, the government try to control this not to happen because it might become the money laundry some days. Something like that. By the way, somebody said that is excuse because the government want to control this, just that. It depends on the country. Some country they allow if you have your own gambling, something like in Australia. I remember that my brother-in-law, he just like walked to his neighbor. His neighbor opened the law office. So for sure, law office they don't commit any crime if they know that. I said, hey, why do you have to go there every Friday? He said that, oh, I want to just like send my list of the football team that I just like want to just like gamble with them. I said gamble? Yeah. They said that every week, because in Australia they have just like the football, the Australian football AFL football every weekend. Then they just have to list out like which team will be the winner this week, and they send the list to just like the people who just like set up this just like this scheme. At the end of the season, anyone who just like say that which team wins in each week the most you get the money. So you can see that this one in Thailand, this is called gambling, but in Australia, no, they say that everyone can do it, no problem. So this one you have to see whether you can go into that market or not. Okay, right. Okay, we just like talk about this one for too long. Okay, now let's continue. Competitive environment for a company influenced by several factors, such as first, numbers and size of active competitors. Who are they? How many of them in the market? Each competitor's market share, competitors' profitability, competitors' pricing. So that's why you have to think about the competitive environment as well. The next thing, for the existence, these are the questions. Existence of a large number of competitors. The things that you have to ask yourself is that when there are so many large number of competitors, what does it mean? Is the market profitable, or all the profit has been governed by all of those competitors already? If you try to be in that market, or if you try to enter to that market, is it too late to be there or not? Do you still have a chance to get the profit from that market or not? The next one, sometimes when you see some markets, you see, hey, there's no competitor in that market at all. That might be a good chance for us to be there because it's easy to be there as there's no other competitors. You have to think that, can we make the money from that market? If that market is really good, why doesn't that market have other competitors? Then you have to think about this as well, because sometimes it looks strange. If you just like if you try to go to see a market with no competitors and you say that, oh, it should be a good time for you to go there, how do you know that? Sometimes you cannot, like other people knows that they will not get the money, that's why they don't go to compete in that market. For the next criteria that you have to think about is competitive advantage. For the competitive advantage, you have to think about what spatial advantage does your firm bring to the marketplace or to the market space. First, is your product superior to or cheaper to product than your competitors? Okay. Firms that can provide superior products at lowest cost on a global basis are truly have advantage. And the important concept here we talk about asymmetrics นะครับ first move advantage complementary resources unfair competitive advantage leverage and perfect market that I will talk about next on นะครับ so you have to think about the competitive advantage over other competitors if you would like to go to that market นะครับ the next one when we talk about asymmetric นะครับ asymmetric in here it exists whenever one participant in market has more resources than other competitors. The next one, maybe firm has more experience, knowledgeable, and loyal employees than other competitors. Or maybe firm has a patent on a product that others cannot. นะครับ This is asymmetries that you have to think about. Sometimes you can enter the market, but when you compare with other companies, you cannot compete with them because they have just like good resources than you, have more experience and you have more customers, current competitors already. Sorry, current customers already. Then you have to think about that. Next one นะครับ first mover advantage complementary resources in this one it will be the advantage for a firm that result from being the first into marketplace if you come quicker นะครับ you can get the market share more than others นะครับ next maybe firm has patent on product that others cannot นะครับ when you just like get or you buy the patent นะครับ from the patent owner to produce some goods if we say that that patent makes the quality of the product to be better than others for example the improvement of some process make the defect of the product to be reduced by 80%. Okay, but if you don't have this technology the defect of the product will be 100% for sure. That means the company, if they don't have this technology, 80% of the products that customer purchase has to be recalled, something like that. Let's say, so you pay that you pay for that license already. That means if you would like to produce that product, okay, you can just like save lots of money when you have to recall the product back from your customer over your competitor, something like that. So this one is the complementary resource. In this one, it said that as Amazon.com first in books retailing. So that means when we talk about the books retailer on the internet, most of the people around the world think of Amazon.com first. This is the book retailing pioneer. Next, Pactel, like first mover. But survivor is jazz, that is follower. Sometimes even though you are the first mover, but you might not survive in the market. It is possible because sometimes for the first mover you have to invest a lot, while the people who come later they get the advantage from your investment already. They know the tricks, they know your problems, you know the lesson from you. So that's why the follower might be the survivor. Next one, next one. We talk about the complementary resources. The complementary resources are resources and assets that are not directly involved in the production of a product, but require for success, such as marketing, management, financial assets, and reputation. So these are complementary resources that can help the business to become successful. That's why sometimes the management might not be the people from that company, but you hire someone who is the professional in the management to manage your business, to help managing your business, something like that. For example, good example for management, we talk about like hotels. You can see that when you go to see hotels, let's say if you go to Bangkok, you can see that there are some brands, for example, Ibis. you might see some brands are what to say, Four Seasons, something like that. Those name นะครับ are management company นะครับ you hire those company like Four Seasons นะครับ to manage your hotel. So let's say if you have the money, let's say you have like 10 you have 1 billion baht, let's say, and you want to build a hotel. Suppose you name your hotel as Hotel ABC, something like that. Okay, for the local people, some of the people who knows you, they may just like go to stay at your hotel. But for people, especially for the travelers from overseas, okay, they don't know what ABC hotel is, but they know like the big brands such as Four Seasons, such as Hilton. You may hire those companies นะครับ or Peninsula. They may hire those company to manage your hotel นะครับ so you name your hotel as Hilton Hotel, like Hilton Salaya Hotel, let's say Four Seasons Salaya Hotel Resorts, something like that นะครับ and then this one is a complementary resource นะครับ it's required for success. Next one, for unfair competitive advantage. This one occurs when one firm develops an advantage based on a factor that other firms cannot purchase. For example, on the basis of brand. Like, for example, brand name. It consists on loyalty, trust, reliability, and quality. For example, if we talk about Louis Vuitton, let's say, for its brand name, when it just like issue any products, people buy it. Sometimes if you see that just a t-shirt with the screen of its brand, it sells you 27,000 baht. I'm sure that there will be many people bought it. But if you say that, okay, you just like build your own brand in Thailand นะครับ to build the t-shirt, and you screen your own brand in that, and you sell 27,000 baht, how many people will buy it from you? This is unfair competitive advantage from its brand name นะครับ because people has a loyalty, trust, reliability, and quality นะครับ in this one. Sometimes we say that due to this is a company that charge premium prices, that is unfair, but sometimes people are willing to pay. Maybe a company buy a brand name and charge premium prices นะครับ it is unfair as well. For example นะครับ ABC Hotel and Hilton Hotel, you build นะครับ two buildings, similar kind of building, but one you use a brand name นะครับ like a Four Seasons, you can charge customer more than just like using your own brand ABC นะครับ something like that. Next, we talk about the leverage. When a company uses its competitive advantage to achieve more advantage in surrounding market. For example นะครับ tcsconnect.com from courier service นะครับ they leverage themselves to be online shopping site. fresh.amazon.com from online store to fresh food. Telenor, a mobile service, to easy paisa to be money transfer นะครับ fresh direct use นะครับ it's leverage like direct buying from farmers and sell fresh food online at lowest price like freshdirect.com นะครับ so you can see that there are lots of leverage นะครับ that business นะครับ leverage themselves to be in another kind of business when the time goes by. For example, you can see that the first year that Grab came to Thailand, it was just what to say, taxi service. But right now you can see that you order the food from Grab. Or if you remember, Line นะครับ is from Neverline Japan, right? Company. Firstly, Line came to Thailand as the messenger นะครับ is the messenger services only. when the time goes by, Line had Line TV, if you remember, right? But right now it doesn't work. So that's why they have to just like downgrade. They have to stop that business instead. So that means a plan for leveraging for Line to be Line TV that's not successful. Then not every business becomes successfulนะครับ even though the business like the Line messaging service in Thailand is popular, but when we talk about Line TV, it doesn't work. So on the next class, we will talk about just like the next kind of the outstanding factors that you have to know more in order to set up your business. Okay, then everyone up to this point, do you have any questions